Wolf, Bear, Bush, Dress Crab, and Pufferfish all competed in the semi-finals with a double elimination on the line, and in the end, only 3 singers made it through to the grand final, meaning it was another double elimination on an intense episode of the Masked Singer UK Series 6. And the finals take this week at the time of recording the video, but we've got a lot to talk about in this week's recap and review of the Masked Singer UK for the semi-finals. So let's get straight into this video. So, I mean, the finals literally this about 4 days in 4 days time, which is just crazy to think. So, honestly, before we get to the Masked Singer, so like I mentioned, the semi-finals happened. We had the final five. We had Wolf, Bear, Bush, Dress Grab, and Pufferfish competing. 2 of them were sent home. And it was a brilliant, brilliant episode. So, and also this week's a big week as well because tomorrow is the premiere of the Masked Singer season 13, and OMG, I'm super looking forward to seeing season 13 back in America, back again. I've been like last season, I thought was absolutely fantastic, especially with the final two. That was a really good final two, and also I got a good thing about this season, and yeah, me and Bonkers and Ed Reacts had briefly talked about it in our live streams together with the live stream dream team. So that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, honestly, I can't wait for the upcoming season tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. I will be doing the recap and review for that. So, I should hopefully get it out by Thursday if I have the time. I think I should. But, I tend to go between Thursday or Friday. So, yeah, I tend to go with that. And also, next week is also the premiere of Britain's Got Talent Series 18. So honestly, I'm very looking forward to seeing that as well. And so yeah, so I'll be doing videos on that again. My rankings will be there. So I don't know if anyone's known, but the trailer has been uploaded. I did share it on my community tab. If you want to check it out, it's on there. And Sunday, I'm planning the video. I've got 2 videos planned up. So the first one I'm going to be doing is a kind of kind of reviewing the trailer, as kind of showing the acts that were shown there, and giving my brief thoughts on them based on that. And also, I'll do my everything you need to know with the judges, Anton Deck, etc., etc. And I'll show you some of the other acts that we'll be seeing on there, possibly. So, which will be very fun, like I did last year, basically. But honestly, I've got no idea who's going to get televised. I'm hoping the ones I'm hoping for get aired, but it's you know what TV's like these days. Like it was that I think it was like a French dance group I mentioned that I was hoping it would get aired, but they never got any promotion. So yeah, that was a bummer. So yeah, that was a little. But anyways, so that's Britain's Got Talent. I'll do a video on that on Sunday. So just be on the lookout for that. So without any further ado, let's get into this week's last episode ranking before the final this week. So first up we had Wolf. Now they performed twice. The top 4 performed twice. So we're gonna go through the round 1 performances and the round 2 at the same time for each contestant. And to be honest with you, I have not bothered at all with the clues because I think I'm pretty confident I know who it is, who each of the final 3 are. I'm sticking with my gut. But anyway, so Wolf. So we're gonna do round 1, talk about round 2. All right. So Wolf performed for round 1, "Rebel Yell" by Billy Idol, and absolutely, honestly, I love that song. Billy Idol was a brilliant artist. I've heard "Dancing with Myself." We've got "Eyes Around Our Face." We've got "Rebel Yell." Honestly, he is a brilliant, brilliant artist, and it's such a fast song as well, which I think fitted his voice perfect. Honestly, I think to this episode and Pufferfish, they were, in my opinion, the 2 clear standouts tonight. I do think everybody brought it this week, this episode, but for me, Wolf and Pufferfish, which I'll go to in a little bit later on, they were the clear 2 standouts for me tonight for this episode. So yeah, honestly, I'm so happy they're in the final. So Wolf performed "Rebel Yell," which I thought was amazing. The fact we heard that rock voice, who I think it is, which was brilliant. And then I don't think I was expecting this performance, but he performed "Don't Dream It Over" by Crowded House, a beautiful song as well. And I've been wanting that song on the show for quite a while, but I was not expecting Wolf to perform it. But honestly, I just thought it was one of his best performances he's given. Like, I think these two performances are, in my opinion, the best he's sounded. Like, all his performances, he's been fantastic. But this really showed his vocals off both the performances. I thought he was just amazing, just absolutely incredible. He honestly, it's going to be so tough to see who wins this year, because any other year I think he would win, because he's got this showmanship about him, and his voice is just amazing as well. So yeah. So the guess I have for Wolf is still the same as I did for week one, and I'm fully convinced it's the one and only Marty Pello. So honestly, like I mentioned, I haven't really gone through the clues because it's obvious who it is, in my opinion. I think, like I mentioned, Just Crab, which we'll go into in a bit. I'm sticking with my guts. So like, yeah, I'm convinced it's Marty Pello. The clues line up, like the eyes, angel eyes, the song, with sweet, bittersweet, little sweet mystery. Is that's one of their songs as well. Wet as well, and I'm trying to think of else. There was like, I think there was the fairy tale references again. Pantomime. He's done the panto, and just it's so obvious it's Marty at this rate, honestly. And the fact, honestly, I'm so glad he's doing the show as well, because I had been wanting him on the show for a little while, but I didn't think he would actually do it. But the fact he's on the show is absolutely brilliant. And I love the fact we hear his vocals, because he's an amazing talent. Honestly, he's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, good on you, Wolf. I think you are amazing. So then we had the first contestant eliminated by of the episode, and that was Bear. And I have to say, I'm absolutely gutted he's gone home, because this for me was his best performance he'd given. Like, the vocals he showed was amazing. So he performed "She" by Elvis Costello. It was actually written by a French guy or something. I can't remember his name. Because I was watching, I was like, is it "She" by? Okay, so it was written by Charles Aznavour. That it's French. His surname is French, but you know, I'm terrible at French, so apologies for that in advance. But yeah, honestly, I'm really gutted he's gone. Actually, I thought he did really well, and Maya was correct on this one, and this was my guess since week two, since the second performance he performed. I was right as well, and with that being, it was Example. So honestly, for a rapper, he has got such a beautiful voice. Like, I've heard Example songs. I've heard Kickstarts, In the Shadows, Two Between Two Worlds, etc., etc. But I think this show has really showcased his vocals. Like, and I must admit, I was completely thrown in the first performance with when he did the Oliver Twist number. I was just like, I was bamboozled, because I listened to it and it sounded nothing like Example. So the fact he did that song first to throw his voice was very, very clever. So honestly, I'm kudos to him for doing that. And honestly, I want to hear him. I want to hear him sing those songs again on an album. Like, I loved "She," I loved "Tender," I loved "Tipsy." All these songs he did were just amazing. And again, I was convinced. I was thinking of Christopher Eccleston in the first performance, because the song while isn't technically you know but Christopher Eccleston was in the TV series of Oliver, but once he did the rap, I was convinced it was Example. So yeah, I'm so happy he did the show. And like I mentioned, for a rapper, he's got such a beautiful voice as well. And why can't we get rappers like him on the over in America? Because you get Bow Wow, who did sing, who sang really very well. We had Chameleon, Wiz Khalifa, who sang a bit. But honestly, like Example, he's got such a beautiful voice. I want to hear him. I want to hear an album of these songs. I really like him. I really like his voice, honestly. And I actually commented on his Instagram when he was unmasked, and he actually gave me a heart, which I thought was so cool. So, massive shout out to you, Example. Thank you for doing the masking. You were amazing. So, then we had the second person eliminated in fourth place, and that was Bush. And honestly, in my opinion, I will be honest, but for me, she gave her two best performances as well. I think everybody gave their best performance around. around the competition tonight. This episode. So honestly, she sounded really good this round. So we're gonna get the performances up quickly. Because I need you know me, I need my knowledge. So the first performance that she performed was excuse me about that, folks. Sorry. So she performed "Thank You for the Music" by ABBA. I love me some ABBA, so that was a very good performance. And the second performance she did in round two was Stay" by Lisa Loeb, which I've never heard that song before, but I thought she did very well. But in the end, she wasn't unmasked, and it was this was like the only correct way. Like I couldn't see another Bigfoot situation like that. Like when Alex Brooker did it last year, I couldn't see another situation like that. But we were all right. It was the brilliant and the one and only brilliant Natalie Cassidy. I was correct on this one as well. Honestly, I have to say, for a non-professional singer, I thought she did absolutely fantastic. She actually wasn't too bad of a singer. I do think it was a bit of a surprise for her to make it through to the semi-finals over Snail. But then again, Snail had I think Snail had the wrong song choice. But I still. I could have seen why she would have made the bottom two, but I still think she should have been the Bush should have seen it. I can't even speak. I still think Bush should have been in the bottom three over Pufferfish. Like that was still crazy for me to think that actually happened. But yeah. So that was Natalie Cassidy, who was Bush. Honestly, I'm very happy she did the show. But they were so close. Maya was so close with this one. She went with Maisie Smith, but she got the wrong person. So yeah, so that was on her, sadly. So anyway, like I mentioned, thank you very much, Natalie Cassidy, for doing the show. You were amazing, and I hope this could be a career for you. Honestly, you had a pretty good singing voice. Then we had Dress Crab, who was so honestly, I'm so happy he's in the final as well, especially because next week we're going to be seeing him do the Bonnie Tyler song that was mentioned in the trailer. The very first trailer mentioned, "Oh, Dress Crab's going to be singing Bonnie Tyler." So I'm very happy to see that performance. I'm very much hoping it's Total Eclipse of the Heart. That would be such a brilliant performance, you know. So let me get this up quickly. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So, for round one, he performed "Suddenly" by Billy Ocean, and Billy Ocean is just an amazing artist. I did recognize the song, couldn't think who it was by, but it was by Billy Ocean. It was just amazing. I thought his voice is just so soulful, and just such an incredible talent. I'm blown. He never fails to blow me away. Every single time he performs, I just get covered in goosebumps. He's just incredible. And then his second performance was "Hit the Road Jack" by Ray Charles, and I must admit, I do think this was his weakest performance in my opinion. But I still thought he did very good on it. Despite maybe not being the best song in my opinion for him today, but he did very well on it. Probably because I haven't heard it. Like if he were to have done a Ray Charles song, I would have expected him to do George on My Mind. Like that would have seemed like a perfect fit for his song, for his voice at least. So yeah, but now my guess for Dress Crab, I'm still thinking it's this person now. I was thinking on the Gregory Porter train in week one, but now I now think I could be wrong still. I mean, if it is Gregory Porter, I might be kicking myself for letting a first week guess go. But regardless, I still think that Dress Crab is the one and only Seal, and like for me, I haven't got my head over him. When I heard Dress Crab sing in the Titanium group number in Superhero Night, I could hear Seal's voice clear as day. But since then, he's hiding his voice. So honestly, so if this ends up being Seal, I'm gonna be floored because the way he's been managing to hide his voice is just mental in my opinion. So yeah, I'm very much hoping it's him because I think like I mentioned, he's just an amazing artist. and the fact we could have Seal on the show is just amazing. Like, I just can't speak because I love Seal so much. I just think he is such a phenomenal talent. So yeah, I'm really hoping this is Seal. So yeah, good on you, Seal, and yeah, I hope this is you. And then finally, we had the final performance, well, the final contestant of the night, technically, and that was Pufferfish. And oh my god, she was just unbelievable. Her and Wolf, in my opinion, are for me the clear final two at this rate, in my opinion. So, so for round one, she performed "What I Was Made For" by Billie Eilish, and finally this song's on the show because apparently Air Fryer, okay, Kiara Setter was supposed to sing that song had she made the final two, had she made the second round technically. So her going home, where we could have seen that brilliant performance, I was shocked by that. But honestly, this was just like it's rare for me to be like just left speechless throughout the performance, but this was one of those exceptions. Like I was just lost for words by the end. Like I had literally when everybody started going nuts, I was like, I had to like kind of because I was super zoned in as well. Like it was just bloody amazing. Like she is just absolutely out of this world. Like if she doesn't win this show, I'm gonna be fuming. I think this could go either any of them could win. Any of the three finalists we have could win. But for me, I would be shocked if she didn't win because she's just absolutely remarkable. Like I again I do think it's gonna come down between Wolf and her, where I wouldn't be upset who wins at that rate. But I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. And then she performed for the second round, "One Night Only" by Jennifer Hudson from Dream, which is the song from Dreamgirls, believe it or not. And again, she absolutely nailed this performance. It was just amazing. So, honestly, the guess I have for Pufferfish is still the same as last week, and I'm fully convinced. Excuse me? I am fully convinced it is the absolutely incredible Samantha Barks. And honestly, I think we can all agree that she should win the show. I it's I'm kind of lost for words right now to describe how good of a singer she is because prior to the mastering, I knew briefly who she was because she was in the Disney production of Frozen for the West End, so I kind of knew her from then. Then I kind of forgot about her, but you know, my first guess was Jamie Lynn Spears. Then I was thinking Perry Edwards, but now just you know, Samantha honestly has just got the most incredible voice. I think the show's ever. For me, she is one of the best singers I think the show's ever had. Like I know we've had so many amazing singers over the years. We've had Queen Bee, we've had Viking, and Morton Harker did it. We had Robo Bunny, Rhino, Piranha, you know, uh, Jellyfish as well, Air Fryer, Cricket, etc., etc. But oh my god, this was just beyond heaven. And she is beyond heaven. I, I just can't. Honestly, like I mentioned, if she doesn't win this show, I will go crazy. I would just riot. I mean, when I say riot, but I'd be amazed if she didn't win. After last episode, because she's just absolutely spectacular. Honestly, I'm really hoping she wins. Actually, I was kind of thinking maybe Wolf, Pufferfish, Wolf, etc., etc. But I'm now convinced it's going to be her who she's going to win. But honestly, I can't wait for the final in a few days. It's going to be probably the most intense final we've had in quite a while, so I'm excited to see it. So, like I mentioned, that is it for this week's recap and review of the Master Singer UK. For the semi-finals, we have our three finalists of Dress Crab, Pufferfish, and Wolf. Who do you think is going to win the Master Singer UK for 2025? For me, it's really up in the air because any one of these three finalists could lift the crown. Basically, they all three of them deserve it, in my opinion. But if I'm going to be bold, I'm going to say Pufferfish. I think is going to win. I think so. I'll go for my guesses. So Pufferfish, who I think is Samantha Barks, I think she will get first place. I think she'll win. Second place, I think will be Wolf, who I think is Marty Pello. and Jessica, who I think it will be third, is my guess is Seal. So that's just my prediction, but I could be very wrong. We could have like a 180 turnout and have expected like they did with season 3, where they had Natalie Natalie and Brulia win. Because a lot of people thought it would be Rubber Bunny, Mark Feely would win that year, but no, it was actually Natalie. So I'm very much hoping that, honestly, but I'm gonna be honest. For me, it'd be criminal, in my opinion, if Pufferfish didn't win. Like, she's just incredible, just incredible. So, yeah, that's really it for this week's for the Masked Singer UK. I'll probably do my video recap probably either on the Monday or the Sunday, just depending how I'm feeling. But stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for the Masked Singer USA season 13, episode 1 recap, which I'll hopefully be out on Thursday. So be sure to check that out. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe with post notifications turned on. I would really appreciate that. But again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.